Good morning, friends. You are listening to Daily Morning Podcast. I am Devarsh from HDFC Securities. Today it is 3rd of June. Nifty to trade back in 5 digits today. United States, Europe and emerging markets hit their highest level since early March. Contrary to what was feared earlier, state-owned Chinese companies bought at least 3 cargoes of US soybeans. This news helped lift market sentiments. Turmoil in the street has not rattled the calm US markets. The popular CBOE Volatility Index (VIX), a gauge that tracks implied volatility in S&P 500 stocks index using options, fell 5% to 26.8, its lowest closing level since late February. The Nasdaq, the S&P 500 and the Dow have been approaching their all-time closing highs in recent weeks and are now about 2%, 9% and 13% respectively below their record closing levels. Market participants now await Friday's crucial job report from the Labor Department for the clearer picture of the extent of economic damage brought by mandated lockdowns. The report is expected to show the unemployment rate surging to historic 19.7%. After a few months of slim pickings, the US IPO market is expected to reopen with a bang this week, with the biggest deal of the year expected to be priced later today. Warner Music Group is returning to public markets after 9 years as a private entity and is expected to raise up to $1.82 billion by selling 70 million shares priced at $23 to $26 each. Oil prices rose to end at a 3-month high on the hope that major producers will extend their production cuts. WTI crude for July delivery gained 4% to close at almost $37. South Korea unveiled a 35.3 trillion won, that is $28.8 billion, supplementary budget, its largest ever and third this year, to raise the total stimulus to 14% of GDP. Their economy is facing its worst growth since 1998 Asian financial crisis. Australia's economy shrank last quarter, setting the scene for what could be the Australia's first technical recession in 3 decades. Back home, in corporate news, Syngene International has entered into a collaboration with a Mumbai-based company to manufacture and distribute COVID test kits. HCL Technology has signed a 7-year partnership with Temenos, a banking software company. Lupin announced that it has received an approval for meloxicam capsule from US FDA. This medicine is indicated to be used for management of osteoarthritis pain. Britannia reported 26% growth in profits to 374 crore, largely on back of lower taxes. Revenue from operation for the quarter grew by 2.5%, while sales volume took a beating. Interglobe Aviation revenue grew 5%, while company posted a net loss of 870 crore compared to net profit of 595 crore last year. Eris Life Sciences, Granules India, Spandana Spurti, all reported numbers. Please refer to our morning report, The Daily, for more details. Cholamandalam Finance, NII, is expected to grow by 23%. Pre-provisions operating profit is likely to grow by 32%, driven by slower OPEX. The PAT is expected to grow by 30%. Aurobindo Pharma revenues for the quarter may increase 15%, while PAT is expected to rise by 28% to 752 crore. Key things to watch out in Aurobindo's results would be the outlook on price erosion in US markets and regulatory issues at its plants. Hindustan Unilever has now been able to ramp up its production to almost 80 to 90% of normative levels. Colgate-Palmolive informed that the impact of COVID-19 on its business operation on an annualized basis may not be that material. Havells India reported that COVID-19 lockdown has caused significant loss of production and sales for the month of March and April. The recovery in revenue in last few weeks has been encouraging, especially in the non-metro towns. Indian equity market rose for the 5th consecutive day and ended near day's high yesterday. At 9971, Nifty has closed its highest level since March 11. Technically, the Nifty has made a higher top after making a higher bottom on May 18th. Nifty could rise towards 10,295 and on falls, 9824 remains a strong support. Thank you for listening. Have a profitable day ahead.